I ain't with the drama. I'm just tryna touch a milli, I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama, we get busy. Plug, pull up with the pack, and I ain't even busted down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gon' get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000, cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit, that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in a studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision, I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing, I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston. We get the... Damn, heard it's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties, I ain't with the drama. I'm just tryna touch a milli, I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties, I ain't with the drama. I'm just tryna touch a milli, I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Plug, pull up with the pack, and I ain't even busted down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gon' get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000, cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit, that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in a studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision, I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing, I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston. We get the... Damn, heard it's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties, I ain't with the drama. I'm just tryna touch a milli, I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties, I ain't with the drama. I'm just tryna touch a milli, I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Plug, pull up with the pack, and I ain't even busted down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gon' get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000, cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit, that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in a studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision, I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing, I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston. We get the... Damn, heard it's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties, I ain't with the drama. I'm just tryna touch a milli, I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties, I ain't with the drama. I'm just tryna touch a milli, I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Plug, pull up with the pack, and I ain't even busted down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gon' get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000, cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit, that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in a studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision, I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing, I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston. We get the... Damn, heard it's another man down.
Everybody, this is the El Nino Podcast. I'm Eladio Nino, and this is Real Everyday People. So, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everybody. It seemed like everybody was having a good time, barbecuing, spending time with their family yesterday. That was great. Big happy Father's Day, to all the women that have been holding it down and taking care of their kids and having to play both roles. Much love to you guys. I was, raised by a single mother as well. And, they do it all, man. They nurture, they take care of them, they discipline them. They teach them all that good stuff. But I'll tell you what, more now than ever have I seen men really step up and play their roles. And I'm really proud of that, and a lot of them are really good friends of mine. And, I'm glad that, manhood and, men are just headed in a different direction, you know what I'm saying, in a positive direction for sure. But I'm happy for everybody who's tuning in live, you know what I'm saying, or even if you watch later. This is a very important episode to me because this is my way of introducing my team, you know what I'm saying, the CVI team, Community Violence Intervention team, to the community and all my followers and everybody who watches and supports me. And I'm just really grateful to have everybody up here so that they can all get an opportunity to share a little bit about themselves. And then we're going to talk about the work that we do as well. So over here, we're going to start with my man Juan. And we got my man Gianni, we got my man E, we got Carolina, and we got my man Chad. And I specifically handpicked this team because of the relationships that I have with them and with the relationships that they have with the community. And, so that's the only way we can be effective is to be credible messengers. And we work through the D.H.D.C, the Detroit Hispanic Development Corporation at 1211 Trumbull. And I love the work that I do, and we continue to evolve, we continue to grow, and we're constantly, wrapping our arms around the community and really redeeming ourselves. We've all come from the community, we're all from the hood, we all been through it, we've been to prison, we've seen violence, we grew up with violence, we've experienced loss and all that type of stuff. So really that's what qualifies us to really do this work, you know what I'm saying? But more than anything, everybody's solid, everybody got a good name, and everybody's heart and mission and purpose is all on the same page. So my man Juan, you want to give him a little bit about yourself, tell him a little bit about who you are and where you from?
Born and raised Southwest Detroit. Juan, whichever you want to go by. And I've been through grew up single mama as well. Met my father probably about a year before I went to prison. Yeah, I think about a year before I went to prison, I was like 21, 22.
What year did you go to prison, bro?
I went to prison in 2007.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much time did you do?
From 2007 to 2019, 12 years.
Okay.
12 years a slave. Got caught up in the system, had to revamp my mindset, man. Use critical thinking. That's where it was coming. When I was out, I wanted to use critical thinking. And I tell people you got to use that. And that's a key to a lot of stuff, man. You got to think. Got to use critical thinking, man.
Did you have anybody in your family that had been to prison prior to you?
Yeah, my uncle. A couple of my uncles, actually. Yeah, a few of my uncles went to prison.
Talking to Mike, bro.
Oh, a few of my uncles went to prison, actually, beforehand, like when I was little. My one uncle did 20, almost 30 years for a murder.
Okay.
I had an uncle where he passed away. Both of them passed away. But he went in for a couple times for armed robbery. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. Gio.
What up, though?
This is my man Gianni. Others might know him as Southwest Gio. My man be making that fire.
Yes,
you
sir.
see the introduction song, Man Down. That's my favorite all-time song since I came home.
Yes,
I
sir.
bang it everywhere I go. It's part of my introduction, as you see.
Thank you.
This the man that made it. Very creative, very talented. Happy to have him on my team, man. We work side by side.
Yes,
Tell me a
sir.
little about who you are, where you from.
My name's Gianni Carrazzo. I'm a representative of this outreach team. Born and raised in Southwest. I moved to Puerto Rico at a young age. I got to experience that lifestyle at an early young age, and then my mom brought me back. She wanted me to come back to our roots. I saw how everybody else kept falling in and out of the system. I saw how all my brothers kept losing their life, taking their life, falling victim of the system. And I was leading that way. I got a couple opportunities to do a couple bids, but I got blessed through the grace of God staying solid, you know what I'm saying, and paying that price. And I'm here, and I'm live to tell that story, and I'm gonna continue trying to make a positive impact, because I've always impacted my community, whether it was positive or negative.
Oh yeah.
And I gotta right my wrongs, you know what I'm saying, and my brothers see me doing good, my brother's doing good, and we just letting y'all know you could do good too.
Absolutely, man. Thank you, brother. E, what's up, man? Tell them what it is, what it ain't.
What up, dog, man? What up, dog? My name is E. I'm from Southwest Michigan, Avenue, McGraw. I'm all through there. I came up a single mom. I had little sisters. My older sister passed. Had a lot of death in my family. Lost a lot of friends. I was in juvenile.
Oh yeah, how old were you? Went to juvenile.
I was 14.
14, okay.
Charged as an adult, went to Frank Murphy's 36. I had, I was on gangs and all that, you know what I'm saying? Just
Free my brother Dario, man. Free Mike Banks, man. Free the real. All them brothers in there, man. You know, they all need a second chance. Yeah, for sure, man. But I'll tell you what, man, it's a lot of brothers, man, that had L's on them, bro. They was doing light bids, man, and they all home now. You know what I'm saying? So we was recently in Lansing, you know what I'm saying, for CVI Day this past Thursday. And, you know, we're going to be heading back to Lansing soon because they're having the second look rally going on, which is going to be, you know, advocating for people to look at you know, at people's cases, you know what I'm saying? Take a look at their cases and see, you know what I'm saying? Take a look at their you know, their prison records and stuff like that, and you know, if they qualify, man, you know, give them a second chance at life. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yup. So that's what we do. We constantly advocating. We constantly wrapping our arms around the people in our community, trying to uplift them and be a positive example for them. Yup. Carolina, what up, though?
What's up? What's up?
Okay, then. Let them know what it is, what it ain't, who you are, where you from.
So my name's Carolina. I'm born and raised in Southwest Detroit. Also had a single mom. And I also was a teen mom. And I also lost my baby daddy to gunfire.
What year was that?
That was 2021.
Okay. Yeah, I remember when that had happened, man. That was very sad.
Yes, it was. I just recently joined a team. I'm glad to be with you guys. And I'm here to help out with anything
Okay.
needed.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Chad, what's up, man? Talk to him.
What's going on, man? My name's Chad. Actually born downriver, but raised in Southwest and in the MDOC, unfortunately. But yeah, I've been through the system since I was young too, like the rest of us. I mean, most of us here, we've been in and out of there, man. I'm just trying to right my wrongs in a sense, man. Trying to find myself, my purpose out here, and I really feel like Eladio plugged me in with the right through the right door, opened the right door for me to accomplish what I'm trying to do. So I'm definitely grateful and definitely appreciated to him, man, for bringing me, let me be a part
I
of
remember
the team.
that first conversation when you called, bro.
Yeah.
I told you was already 10 steps ahead, man. Now look at you.
Sometimes
50
man,
steps ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Sometimes, man, we tend to feel like we got to do everything on our own, man, and we forget that sometimes it does take a village to raise us, you know. So
Yes, sir.
we definitely got to start, you know, giving back to our community and bringing the community back together, man, so we can raise our babies and raise our children, man, to carry on this legacy, man. Because I think we over the years, man, we lost sight of a lot of important family lessons.
Chad, how many times you been to prison?
I've been in and out, man. 3 times I've been to prison.
Okay. All right.
I did, a little less than 2 years on my first bit. My second bit did 5 years, and then this last bit I just did 5 years. So altogether, it's like 12 years I got in. Plus all the
12 years
time,
in installments.
Yeah, plus all the counting time. So that's probably another year and some change.
Man, that's got to be hard, though, bro, to be in and out, you know what I'm saying? Just uncertain. You know what I mean? You go in, you come back, you trying to build, and then next thing you know, you're in a situation where you're back in there and you got to start all over. Not only just start all over in there, start all over once you get back.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad, you know, that you home now, and I'm glad that you got some purpose, you got some direction now, you know what I'm saying? I think you're very valuable. When we were inside together, you were a good, solid brother, you know what I'm saying? I had much love and respect for you. I'm glad that we was able to reconnect out on the streets, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I specifically handpicked this team for a reason, you know? As you can see, we have diversity here, which is very important to me because our community is very diverse, and I wanted to make sure that, you know, that we were demonstrating equality and diversity in everything that we do. That way we could reach everybody and don't nobody get left out. You know what I'm saying? So, Juan, tell me a little bit about, you know, why you do the work that you do, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know we recently started this, but, you know, what is it for you, man? You know what I'm saying? To be able to do this work get involved with the community and and try to inspire them to do something different.
I was just passionate about it. If you like they said at the call-in, you got to care. So you feel me? Like, man, that shit, that stuff. Look, man, the situations they got going on, man, that's real. And then like you see like the age range, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get misguided, misled, man. They don't got the proper guidance coming up. And then especially like in the household. So of course you're gonna turn to the you're gonna turn to the streets. Especially when you ain't got that, you don't know the situation, but a lot of times it'd be like the father figure absent or something like that, or just hanging around the road crowd. You can get it hanging around the road crowd and want to impress your homeboys or something. And you doing that, you liable to do, for real, you liable to do anything. You trying to impress, you young. You really don't know, you really don't know no better than somebody like to pull you to the side. Like what they got going on right now, beautiful. I wish we had that back, back in the day. Like what they got going on right now, beautiful with the call in, because they actually giving people like you getting like an option, like. Look.
So for me, it was so dope to have my team there with me. You know what I'm saying? So the call-in, for those who don't know, before I start, big shout-out to Ceasefire, Mayor Duggan, Chief White, everybody who's involved, my man Quincy from Ceasefire, and, everybody else. Thank you guys for inviting me.
Yeah, for sure.
I was the voice of redemption, and, we have the voice of pain. But what it is they do it every 90 days. Everybody who is targeted, everybody who is caught with a gun or in a situation where there was a gun or a shooting or anything just involved with any type of gun violence, you guys get put on a list, and every 90 days they do a call-in, usually at a church on the east side, and all law enforcement is there, from federal to state to the prosecutors, you know what I'm saying? But they're really not there to intimidate you or threaten you, you know what I'm saying? They're really there to just let you know that, we know who you are, we know your activities, we know who you with, we know where you live, we know what you got going on, but because we care about you and we're trying to take a different approach to things to help people change, you know what I'm saying? They're giving you the opportunity to be able to link up with nonprofit organizations like the Detroit Hispanic Development Corporation, Ceasefire, and other organizations across Detroit. All the CVI groups, shout out to you guys. Much love to you guys. Everybody's doing the work. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to uplift our people and enhance the quality of life for our community and for our people. And, so being the voice of redemption, I'm able to go there, share my story, and also give some insight and some input to these brothers to try to uplift them and deter them from continuing on with life of violence, and, hopefully encouraging them to be able to take a different direction, change the mindset, and do something better for themselves, And I was so glad to have you guys there to support me and just to see how it's done,
Yeah, that was nice, but like again, if you doing work like this, right, you gotta care. Like they was up there, you could see like when the chief got up there, man, you can see he really they really care, like the work y'all do. Like people, we went down to Lansing, you could see like around around the state, like people really care, even out of state where they starting to rally together and stuff, man. This a movement, man, and you gotta well, I ain't gonna say you have to, because everybody different. We was talking about that at the call-in. If you want to change or help, you got to do that from within. They can offer all the classes in the world, man. You could take whatever they give you in prison or you in the streets. But if you not going to change for yourself, that ain't none of that stuff gonna do nothing for you, man.
Yeah, like they say, you can
Real
lead
shit.
a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And when they asked, how did I get to where I'm at today? And it was just about, really, at the end of the day, I got tired of my own shit. I got tired of living in a vicious cycle of just setting myself up for failure, always taking, steps backwards, you know what I'm saying? And, initially, you blame your community, your family, your teacher, education, no money, all these types of things. But ultimately, at the end of the day, man, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? You have the ability to make the choice, make choices, and live the life you want to live, for better or for worse. We are all capable of doing good, and we're all capable of doing bad. So it's up to you what you choose to do. When you wake up in the morning, you can be grateful, you can be inspirational, you can be positive and optimistic, and you can distribute that, or you can wake up miserable as hell, mad at the world, blame everybody, be a victim, and then want to spread that poison to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, really, it's up to you what you want to do, man, with your life.
Yep, it's never too late. Like, old head hit me with a saying some years ago, man. And you know what I'm saying? It took me a minute though, but he said, "A fool learns from his mistakes. A wise man learns from others." So if you could see like you about to go to this pitfall, somebody tells you, you got to be wise enough to know. That's deep. You got to be wise enough to know that, like, I ain't gonna do that. Like you were saying, you see some certain stuff, you like, nah, I ain't about to go down that route. That's wise. I ain't about to go down that route. When them brothers in there, man, I hope a lot of them brothers take heed to that for real. Like, really, man.
Yeah, but you know what's sad and it's unfortunate that I see out here, but what I seen more so was in prison, is just a lot of brothers who dumb themselves down just to fit in with the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really had brothers that was raised with mannerisms, with intelligent, they're educated, you know what I'm saying, and but instead they'll dumb themselves down just to fit in, you know what I'm saying, like being smart is weak, like, you know what I'm saying, oh, if you graduated or you got a job and you care about your family, you doing good, at me, you soft, you a hoe, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't know where they get that shit from. That's some ass backwards shit, but that's some self-defeating shit. That's some crab in a bucket ass shit. That's that we ain't got no time for that shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
It's that
for
misplaced
real.
loyalty, man. Misplaced.
Geo, talk to me, man.
What's the word?
Man, you already know, man. You been by my side. What about 6 months now? Has
Oh
it been?
man,
How
it's
many
been
months
way
has it
longer
been?
than
Has
that.
it
It's
been?
almost a year, bro. We like 8 in.
Damn, that's
It's been
crazy,
6
bro.
October, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What,
time been flying, man.
July, August, September, October. Yeah, about
Yeah,
8 months, bro.
Yeah, it's really been a pleasure
Yes, sir.
watching you grow, bro. You know, growing in a professional setting. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
most
And
definitely.
being able to, you know, maximize your potential, bro.
Absolutely. And it continues, you know, you never stop growing. That's one thing that I realized. It don't matter what age you become. You always find new avenues to grow, new reasons to grow, new understandings, you know. We stay stagnant in the mind about certain ways on how we move, how we do things, because that's routine. It's what we used to. It's what we comfortable with. And we get frustrated at what makes us uncomfortable, you know, but what makes us uncomfortable is what makes us grow, because you learning new things. You're learning new ways how to figure out things. You know what I'm saying? If you constantly doing the same thing and you getting the same result, you constantly going to work and you making that same money, and you 6-7 months into the work and you still in the same exact position, is because you're doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Even if the ball is rolling, if you just rolling, you're doing something wrong. You know, because you have opportunity to grow. You just got to find the ways to do it. I've had the opportunity to be in here by your side and grow, and I realized that being the artist that I am, you know, you already have an image. You got people that follow you. You got people that love you and support you. And I've been a gatekeeper, and I've been a gatekeeper in the right and the wrong ways. You know, when you a gatekeeper, you give them something to stand for. A couple dollars that I'm flexing, a car that I'm standing on, that you ain't standing that high. You know, so I have to give them something to stand for, which is this violence intervention, which is stopping my brothers and sisters from killing each other, posted on the block, making everybody realize that you can change within so that you could change without.
So a lot of people, they feel like, where do I start? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I start? How do I change? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are brothers going to think? What they going to say about me? What they going to think about me? You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, where do I begin with change? Brother, it all, and sisters, it starts with you.
If you don't want it,
You
it
know
ain't
what I'm
gonna work.
saying? You got to change the way you walk. You got to change the way you talk. You got to change the music you listen to. You got to change the people you're around. Change the conversation you're having. Change the music you're listening to. Change
way you
the
wear your
movies
hat.
that you watching. Change. You got to transition. You got to change. You got to do a whole 180. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
You
sir.
have to, and it might be uncomfortable. It's new. You know what I'm saying? It's new for you. Like for me, when I was growing up, bro, I didn't wear nothing but blue and black. I would never wear green. I would never wear red. I would never wear gold. I would never wear nothing else but blue and black. And you know, it was just later on in life where I realized that I had put myself in a mental prison. You know what I'm saying? And so slowly but surely, I just started breaking these habits. I started wearing red. I started wearing green. I started wearing all just different colors, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it because I liberated myself. I had allowed myself to be chained down by gang ethics, street ethics, code of ethics, you know what I'm saying, that really bound me down and became a barrier to my growth, you know what I'm saying, to me being able to fulfill my purpose and be who I'm supposed to be. Because, you know, growing up, we're given an identity, you know what I'm saying, and we follow suit, you know, with whatever's going on, you know what I'm saying.
You know, it's something you taught me over the past year, 2 years. You know, in order to continue with this work, you got to stay true to yourself despite what people around you doing. And it's been the most painful part about it, you know, because I got a lot of people that support me. I got a lot of people that understand the work I do, and then I got a lot of people that stay away from me. You know what I'm saying? And it hurts my heart, but I got to stay true to myself because this is what I want, you know?
Even a lot of brothers was like, how'd you do it, bro? You know what I'm saying? Because before I came home, I had to retire my flag. I didn't drop my flag and none of that. I retired. Why? Because I had given everything I got to the streets, to the gang, stood tall the whole time, went to prison for 17 years, stayed solid in the streets, stayed solid in the joint, you know what I'm saying? I had just reached the point where I wanted to be able to walk in my own purpose, you know what I'm saying? And people are like, well, how do you get in gangs? You know, I thought you have to get killed to get out and this, that, and the other. And you know, for me, that is the difference between, you know, me and my brothers and where we come from, is I got an honorable discharge, you know what I'm saying? Them brothers knew that I gave everything that I got, you know what I'm saying? And they knew that that I was headed in a positive direction. And it was time for me to be able to, you know, just walk in my own purpose and be who Eladio Nino was supposed to be. And still to this day, I got their love, I got their support, I got their respect, and I'm connected to the brothers. I'm helping brothers, you know what I'm saying, with anything that I can help them with, whether it's building a resume, doing job searching, whether it's job placement, case management, whether it's healing fairs, circles, expungement fairs. We got one June 28th at Ecorse High School.
Slide through.
Yeah, slide through, man. It's a great opportunity. I mean, it's saving you money. It's a free service. Something you'll have to pay $2,500 to $3,000 to pay an attorney to do it, and we providing a service for free. So, you know, take advantage of that. And you know, we're doing it downriver because a lot of us are, you know, live downriver, familiar with downriver, connected to downriver, and you know, so I feel. And then not only that, but a lot of the community from Southwest live downriver, and River Rouge, Ecorse, Lincoln Park, Melvindale, Allen Park, like everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? You
tell them, don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid. If you don't know, ask. We got you.
Absolutely.
We got you.
Absolutely. But if you want to change and you want to do something different, man, you have the ability to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because some people feel like they don't have options. They don't have no guidance. They don't have no direction. What do I do? How are they going to do it? What are they going to say? What are they going to think? This is not about them no more. This is about you. This is about your kids, your family, your livelihood, and your future.
Or they think that they ain't got no help, but we're here to help you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just have to you just got to be willing to help yourself. That's what it really boils down to. That's for everybody, you know. If we ain't willing to make the change for ourselves, ain't no organization out here going to be able to help you, you know.
Everybody here has suffered at some capacity, you know, whether we were being self-destructive or whether our community or our family, you know what I'm saying, raised us a certain way, taught us certain things, you know what I'm saying? But we are grown now, though. You know what I'm saying? We've suffered a lot of loss. We've been through a lot of pain. You know what I'm saying? We've done good. We've done bad. But I just think that, you know, we're at the point now of, you know, maturity and growing where, you know, we've seen it all. We've been through it all. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's just time to do things different. And, you know, I see that, you know, they're building, you know, they're restructuring the whole community, you know. And I know that, you know, there's a lot of people that say, hey, you know, there's gentrification. They're kicking us out, this, that, and the other. And, you know, Big Sean said it the best. You know what I'm saying? We're not excluding anybody. We're including people. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. And I love diversity.
It's for us, too.
Yeah,
it's for us too.
And I love what it does for us because we can be safe now.
But you know how I said earlier, I don't mean to cut y'all off, but how I said earlier, we uncomfortable, so we stay away. Fight or flight. Get out of that fight or flight mentality because this is for us too. Change is okay. Change is coming. You got to adapt to the change. And you make the change what you want it to be. Or the change is going to become what it is and it's going to make you uncomfortable and you're going to leave. You ain't got to leave.
So I if I remember right, I believe it was Rio, the Young OG, and all them Flint boys was talking about they was gonna quit making dead man music. You know what I'm saying? And I really respect that because, you know, as much as people want to think that music is not influential, it definitely is. Just like movies were influential. When Scarface came out, everybody wanted to be Tony Montana. Everybody wanted to be Scarface. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same with music. You know what I'm saying? So with you and Juan Juan being artists, you know what I'm saying? Like when we think about rap, we think about violence. We think about guns. We think about, you know, ops and all that type of stuff. Like, you know, does an artist have to have ops to be successful, and does your music have to include violence and guns for you to be successful?
I go first. look, yeah, look, it go both. No, it go both ways. But you also got to be mindful what you put out. You got to be you got to be mindful what you put out. Like, especially if you talking about like with the kids and everything. That's just like with the female rappers and the mainstream rappers. But in generalized, no. If you talking positive right now, they're not trying to hear that. They want ratchet. They want ratchetness. Let's just keep it 100. They got a female rapper by the name of Rhapsody. A lot of people ain't even up on her, but she cold blooded. She nice, but her message and her music is uplifting and spiritual. You don't hear about her because you got everybody they want the Sexy Reds and the Cardi B's and stuff like that. So, but me personally, I say just do your do your crap. So I already knew like coming home. That's why I started like my LLC. I started my entertainment company, Conscious Savage, because you gotta show both sides of the spectrum. I came from that shoot 'em up shit. Yeah, I got some music that I'm explaining that what I used to do, but I also got positive music too at the same time. So that's what I've been on. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've been on. Cause you can articulate if you really an artist, you can articulate your bars and you ain't gotta use profanity like that, and you can get a message across where you can talk positive. It ain't gotta be all like Rio and them said dead man music. You ain't gotta do that.
But even in the videos, everybody's got guns. Everybody's glorifying money and guns and all this type of shit. Do you think that we sending the wrong message? And then not only that, because you guys are on a different platform now, because you guys are responsible for the community and uplifting people, how are you guys making that transition?
Well, as of 2024, I haven't made no more music with guns in it. Okay. No videos. We doing positive. I'm working on my project right now. 12 Years a Slave, and then I got Black Thoughts on White Paper Part 2 coming. Okay. Volume 2 coming. Mm-hmm. I don't know if anybody ever heard that, but go check that out. Black Thoughts on White Paper. We, you know what I'm saying? We speaking positive.
Look up Zaza Wan.
As far as that, because I know that I know the road that I got that I took on now. So I'm a role model. So I gotta move like that. I can't be, you know. I might have some personal. And I want to ask you that too. I want to ask you a question too, Nia. What about acting?
What do you mean acting?
See, I got a character, right?
Yeah.
But I'm a role model community, but I got a character that's portraying that he might be like a gangster or something. You know, we right. Mm-hmm. So is that different than being an artist and doing music?
I think that, you know, you are multi-talented. I mean, if you got an opportunity to be an actor, sometimes it's natural for us to be gangster. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker want me to play a gangster role. That's gonna be easy.
Actually, somebody do. No, that's what I was asking. Actually, somebody came to me the other day and they asked me to ask you. Yeah. They want you to be a part of a show. Like, no, for real, like a TV series. No, real shit.
I mean, it's a movie, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
That's what I was asking.
But I just, for music, you know what I'm saying? This is music that young people are listening to. You know what I'm saying? People who know you know what I'm saying? I want
to give a message now to tell these brothers it's rap, but you can make it sound cool that it ain't cool going to prison. Like when them brothers, they ask them brothers, like, how many of y'all got kids? Ain't nothing cool about that. My daughter was saying that when I left. She was a teenager liking boys and shit when I came home. Ain't nothing cool about that. I had to watch her grow up through a photo album.
Yeah,
cool
absolutely.
JPEG messages.
And what did I ask them guys? I said, do you guys want your kids to call somebody else dad? You know what I'm saying? Because that's real. That's where your kids can call somebody else dad. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you know, you don't realize the consequences and the impact that it has on your family. You know what I'm saying? You know how many men I heard cry on the phone because, you know, they just found out that their baby mama's boyfriends beat the shit out their baby mama or molested their kids, you know what I'm saying? Or mistreating and beating on their kids and shit like that, and you in the joint. And you want to be mad at the whole world, but you can only blame yourself. Your family didn't leave you. You left your family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but the reality is the thing. You got to really look at it like that. You know what I mean? I've been home 5 years and my son still won't even talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I be reaching out to my sons, Victor and Emilio, and they still don't want to fuck with me. And I think a big part is the resentment that their mother got for me. So, you know, the mother raised them, so she planted the seeds. You know what I'm saying? So now that resentment and that trauma that she carries, she gave it to them. So now they carrying that baggage. And now, you know, I'm still suffering. I done did my bid. I done paid my dues to society. and I'm still suffering. I'm still paying. Like they say, the sins of the fathers are passed on to the sons and the daughters. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you see, you know, the community the way that it is. You know, we trying to heal slowly from all the wounds. We like dogs. We sitting here licking our own wounds. You know.
And I think that's one of the best reasons why we do the work that we're doing, because we are trying slowly but surely to change by lowering the violence and bringing the community together and everything. We're doing this. I do it by, I look at my son. I envision my son. I envision my daughter that's about to be coming here in the next couple months. Like I'm getting blessed with another opportunity, because like Eladio said, man, I'm still struggling to rebuild my relationship with my son after doing so much time in prison, because I've been locked up pretty much his whole life. So it's like, and I like, we all had them phone calls with our family, our loved ones, everything. Yeah, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, you know. And then we come back out here and we do catch ourselves falling back into old patterns, and we do sometimes, you know, we get lonely. We're human, you know, like we get back in the relationships and stuff happens, you know. But at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason, man, and there's blessings. But I think by us working on our community and with the work that we're doing, man, it's leaving something for our kids to pick up, you know what I'm saying? It's showing our kids, even though they might have a bad picture of us right now, you know, like we're slowly starting to repaint that picture of them. And as they get older, they might not see it right now, you know what I'm saying? They might not see it right now, but as they get older and they start wisening up and they see you know what I'm saying, see how bad and hard life gets, they're going to understand what we're doing. They're going to understand. We're going to get that phone call or that text message like, hey, like, I love you, I'm sorry, you know, like they're
going to realize that you guys changed or we changed.
But it's definitely
and I see so many kids that like wish they had their father, you know what I'm saying? And I know so many men who don't even give a shit about their kids, you know what I'm saying? And I always have. I always love my kids, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to live life, you know what I'm saying? I was a street guy. I lived how I was raised, you know, and it was terrible because I didn't realize the impact it was going to have on my whole family, you know what I'm saying? But this is how I get back. This is how I redeem myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm righting my wrongs, getting good with God, and doing the work, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just proud to be able to, have you guys follow that same lead, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. You know, I've had the honor of walking behind you, walking beside you, walking in front of you when I needed to, you know.
For sure.
And if it's one thing you've done, you left an impact on a young brother here in this community, you feel me? You're going to continue impacting me, you feel me? And hopefully your sons can see that within that. And know, you know, yo, redemption might not be valid to anybody else, but as long as God understands your redemption, that's the only thing that matters, you know?
Ain't no doubt. Yeah, for sure.
I want to chime in on that question you asked, you know, as an artist, how impactful is it on my artistry when I do this work? I stepped away from making music before I even started working with you for like a whole year, just because within myself I was going through changes. Mm-hmm. Within what I was standing for, what I became, what I was around, what I was doing, what I'm involved in, you know, it changed drastically. I'm no longer a gangster. You know what I'm saying? You see us sitting right here, we not gangsters. We from the hood. We from Southwest. We from River Rouge, East Course, but we not gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Because what we stand for is something greater than what a gangster stand for. You know? This is honorable right here. We are credible messengers. We're the voice for you because you can't come out your crib, post up on the block because the ops is around the corner or that people's living around the crib, around the corner or across the block, you know? So we able to do that. So let me get back to the point. Making music, it's not hard because I've always been a storyteller through my music. I've always gave a vision of my reality. So the guns might be there, but they're going to be portrayed in a different way. You know, the message might be there, but it's going to be portrayed in a more impactful way that's uplifting and not tearing down the community. You know what I'm saying?
Because people are watching, bro.
Yeah, most definitely.
Young people are not stupid. The community are not stupid. The police are not stupid.
I'ma be judged.
They watch us just as much as they watch everybody else because they like just waiting for one of us to mess up to say, I told you guys so. They can't be trusted.
Absolutely.
I told you they doing this. They doing that. You know what I'm saying? I've had the police watching my podcast, watching the guests that I got on here. You know what I'm saying? Waiting for somebody to slip up to say, see, that's why we can't trust them because they doing this. They doing that. They got guns. They associate with these guys. They go over here. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day,
not gonna
man,
stop making guns, you know. But you got to learn the laws behind having a firearm. You got to understand the purpose of why you got a firearm.
But most of the people who are doing the killing do not even have any type of no license, no everything.
Absolutely.
How do we change the mindset from people thinking that it's okay to kill you over a female or kill you because you looked at them crazy or kill you because we boxed it out and one of us won and one of us lost? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why it has to always go there. There's a problem with people valuing life and valuing freedom and valuing each other. You know what I'm saying? What's up, E? I want to hear from E, man. You've been over here too quiet.
I think mental instability. I think mental instability plays a big part in that. You know what I'm saying? The fact that people don't understand self, people don't take the time to understand self, and consciousness is becoming more and more aware in the world.
Sometimes people you gotta bump your own head.
Yeah, 100%.
Man, it's people. I'm 45, bro. It's people 45, 50, and they still bumping their head.
Busting shots out, they lost their mind. Like 25 to life never crossed their mind. That shit real. Yeah. Play with them guns if you want to. It's consequences for your actions. So.
And
people, they always watch it.
And people are like infatuated with guns, legal or illegal. Like people are infatuated, and it's crazy because you know in the work we do, we know about everything that's going on the east side, west side, and 9 times out of 10, guys ain't even hitting their targets. You killing kids and women and
boys ain't got
shooting
no
in the air and shit,
and innocent people, and you know what I'm saying.
Get you a CPL.
Stay out the way.
Get you a CPL. Learn how to carry your firearm. You know what I'm saying? And have a firearm for the right reasons, bro. Have a firearm for the right reasons.
It's like the wild, wild west, bro. When I first came home to prison, I went in a barber shop. Everybody had a strap. I felt like I was at a disadvantage. I'm a felon. I can't have no guns. I can't be around guns. But I'm looking around. Everybody got guns. And I got brother, man, I'm strapped. I'm like, bro, everybody in here is strapped. You know what I'm saying? So you pull your shit out. Everybody else going to pull their shit out. And everybody going to get, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't like people say it. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. You know? And this shit's going on across urban cities all across the state.
You
Chicago,
just had that mass
New York,
shooting down
everywhere.
there in Rochester Hills at the kids splash park, man. 10
Ridiculous.
people shot.
I think what hurts people the most is what they don't know.
You talking? You ain't got no
I think what hurts people the most is what they don't know.
E, what's up, man? Talk to me, man. What's going on, bro?
Chilling, man. Staying out the way. I'm happy that I got a job working with y'all, all y'all on my team.
I know, man. I've been getting some good reviews on you, man. They say you've been working, you've been doing your thing, bro. And I see you like whistling while you work, bro. I love it.
Focused, bro. You feel me?
Yeah, no doubt. You are, bro. You at work. You got all you guys are at work every day on time. Every time I see you guys are in motion. You either in class or you grinding, you working, or we doing outreach work. We hanging up posters, flyers, we engaging with the community. I mean, unfortunately, you know, we attended a vigil lighting a couple weeks ago. There was a brother who was shot and killed in the neighborhood over on Beard and Lisbon. You know, our hearts go out, you know, to your families, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's always sad, you know, and then seeing, you know, just the kids, the family so hurt, bro. I became emotional just being there, you know what I'm saying? And seeing how hurt they was because, you know, this is a life that got taken. This life was not irrelevant, you know what I'm saying? This man was relevant to his family, to his community. A lot of people knew him. I was even working downtown in Greektown the other day, and I seen, you know, a couple brothers walking by. They had his shirts on, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, bro, like how you know, how much longer are we gonna have to do this? You know what I'm saying? Like every time I look around, bro, it's like everybody got T-shirts on from somebody that done got killed from something senseless. You know.
I just lost one of my friends a night before Father's Day to senseless violence. He was shot and killed. 31 years old.
That's terrible, man.
Let's face my nigga Antonio Flores, call him Mella.
Yeah, and then if they got kids, you know what I'm saying,
kids,
how they're gonna be impacted by that, you know what I'm saying? Carolina, you firsthand, experience. You
Sorry to hear about that too. That's messed up too.
Yeah, go ahead, you good. That was very sad and unfortunate. When I heard about your baby daddy getting killed.
Yeah.
I think it was 3 people that got killed
It was
in that
him, his
incident?
cousin, and a friend. 3 people.
So
yes.
all 3 of them were
Yep.
killed.
Like
Imagine
my
how
Caribbean.
many.
Yeah.
So how many kids, was involved?
Yes.
How many families and brothers and sisters and communities were impacted by that?
In broad daylight.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And that's why it's so important to know who you around, because you don't know what type of baggage these guys got. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what they into. They're not telling you everything that they're into, and you hanging around with these people, and then all of a sudden something happens.
Over a stupid argument. Just over any argument, they pull out guns and just shoot.
And that's why I'm just always trying to encourage people to learn communication skills, learn critical thinking skills, have some compassion, learn about empathy, because that's what all the killings is about.
Yes.
Over some women or over a disagreement or an argument or what. I mean, I'm talking about something that we could just walk away from.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And instead, people are just losing their lives. It's crazy to me. But that's why we here, you know what I'm saying, to try to change the dynamics of that and reduce the violence in our own community, and we're headed downriver because so many of our people are down there too. Violence does not discriminate and it has no barriers. Hate does not discriminate either. Prison does not discriminate. They don't care if you're handicapped, blind, deaf. If you do crime, they are locking you up and you're going to stay in there.
Unless you Asian.
So how did that impact you, though? How does that impact you and your kids?
I was like crazy for a whole year. My kids talk about him till this day. They miss him. They cry about him. My one son, I have a 20-year-old. He's cognitively impaired and emotionally impaired, and it just really, like, to this day, he doesn't understand. He just thinks he went to work and his dad got shot by somebody, and he always says, I don't know why my dad went to work that day. So it's, my 5-year-old now, he was 2, and he's seen his dad. You ask him about his dad now, and he's like, he's in heaven. He's looking down at me. My daughter never really talks about it, so I know she's hurting down inside, but it just really hurt us a lot.
And what has it done to you? Like having to comfort your kids and to explain to them and try to stay positive and then try to stay strong yourself.
Yes, it's really hard. I try not to cry. I go behind closed doors because if I do cry, they all want to cry too. We do talk about him. We light candles for him. We try to Father's Day, his birthday. We got pictures, the Rosario. It's just hard because my 5-year-old will be like, I want my daddy. Where's my daddy? Why? I wish my daddy was here to play with me. And it's just, he was 2 when it happened, and now he's 5, so he still remembers and he thinks about it all the time. And I still show him pictures so he never forgets about it, but it's emotional. So it's been 3 years and it's still emotional.
And it's crazy because, like, a lot of kids, they watch cartoons and things like that. And, even Miss Rachel. Miss Rachel is like a, little kid's cartoon. And, they talk about dads and fathers and things like that. And I'm like, I wonder, how kids are able to register, like, or are they conflicted, like, who's my dad? Where's my dad? You know what I'm saying?
That's how he is. Then he sees his friends with their dads and they're playing or they're teaching them on their
like
bike.
that.
And he looks at me and he's like, I wish I had my dad. And I'm like,
oh, man.
He's always with you in your heart and watching over you, but I'm here to help you with everything. And then he forgets for a minute, but he'll never forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you've lost some family, man. You've lost people who are real close to you, brother.
My mom was murdered in Southwest Detroit.
Pick it up. So.
My mom was murdered in Southwest Detroit.
And how old were you when that happened?
I was 18.
And how old are you now?
I'm 32.
And what has life been like without your mother?
And
especially for her to be,
murdered. Stolen from me. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, she wasn't just killed. Like, it was brutal, bro.
Yeah.
And to have to just be able to live with that, bro.
It's hard, but I keep my head up.
So what is it that you do different when you raising your son today? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are some of the things that you are teaching him to kind of, redirect him?
I never really had no dad in my life, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I was in the streets at a young age. I was juvenile delinquent. I grew up, I was looking up to Juan and a whole bunch of
I was going to
people.
ask you, who were the male figures that you looked up to and who guided you?
So now I got my son. I just be wanting to spend time with him, teaching right from wrong, you know. And if I'd have had that in my life, I probably wouldn't have went that in a bad direction. You know what I'm saying?
We always
Somebody
misled.
on my ass, you feel me? Yeah. So I be on him teach him try to teach him the right way.
And you're a hands-on dad. You're involved in your son's life. You know what I'm saying?
All year.
Yeah, and they need that. They need that
Yeah,
every single day. You know, you got part-time dads where, they want to see their kids once a month or every other weekend and stuff like
with
that.
The baby mama, they don't want to mess with the kid.
Yeah, that's just not enough, man. Yeah. Like, we got a lot of healing to do, man. That's what our community needs is healing.
That's what messed the kid up, because that's what messed me up when I was young, you know.
Yeah, what's old boy name from the Breakfast Club? Charlamagne the God.
Charlamagne the God.
Yeah, they said hurt people. He said a lot of people ain't healed. We need healing. They need to be healed for real. A lot of people do need to heal. You got to heal first. A lot of people not healed. Like you said, they walking around with open wounds, open sores. That shit hurt. I got an open sore right now. Yeah, I got an open. Yeah, I got an open sore right now. On here, from scrape my finger earlier. That motherfucker hurt. For real. That's how he walking around right now. Look, wounded. Hey, people wounded for real, man.
But no, for real,
that shit
man.
Real.
It's just life's what you make it for real.
I'm still a work in progress. Yeah, I'm still working on myself. That's why I use the term that you know what I'm saying. Like, people
ain't
say
nothing gonna
grown.
change. You know what I'm saying? Like shit.
I wanna touch base on that healing though real quick. We don't want to tell you that you gotta heal. We're not gonna tell you what you need to do and not give you the tools to do it. You could come heal with us. We got healing circles. We break bread with you. We got resources. We have services. We got mental healing gyms. We have Jesse with us that'll sit down, talk to you, listen to you if you need him to. He'll sit in silence with you if you need him to. We'll help you heal. We ain't gonna just tell you you need to do something. We gonna help you do it. We got the tools and resources for you to heal and change your way of life.
It's easy. I got one more thing I want to say. It's easy to get in trouble, and that shit hard as hell to get out.
Yeah, like they say, idle mind is a devil's playground.
You know
and I tell people all the time, if you don't know...
One mistake, one incident, you throw your whole life away.
For sure. If you don't know what to do with your life, somebody else will. And you're going to become a part of somebody else's plan, somebody else's business, somebody else's idea, somebody else's dream. You're going to be sitting there working to fulfill somebody else's dream and neglecting your own goals.
And the little stuff you take for granted, that shit a privilege.
And that's a predator. A predator's dream is to find somebody vulnerable and ain't got no direction and no purpose, don't know what to do. I got something for you, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad and it's unfortunate, but I think that we're doing better, bro. I think that we're doing better. You know what I'm saying? I think that, people are really starting to see, the seriousness, and how we have been really self-defeated. I tell guys all the time, like, we could sit here and talk about, the criminal system, the justice system, and the front of the court system, and every system that exists to keep us in order. And at the end of the day, you ain't got to worry about the system because we sitting here fucking over ourselves. You know what I'm saying? What are you calling about the police doing this and they doing that? It don't matter. We out here killing each other, fucking over each other, backstabbing each other, betraying each other.
People that sell drugs and shit, some of them are up, some of them don't got shit. I got people that work every day and they work their ass off every day and they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. They go to California, they got good credit, they got houses, everything. So.
And none of us would ever taught that type of shit, though. Yeah. Everything was always survival. Just survive. Just get through the day. You know what I'm saying? We were never taught about the future. We were never taught about credit. You know what I'm saying? We were never taught about saving money and planning and preparing for the future for your kids and this, that, and the other and buying a house and all these types of things. We was just... the blind leading the blind, bro.
You can blame that on the public school systems, though, because they the ones teaching us all that shit. They forgot. They left out like how to be financially stable and how to make investments. And
but who created the public school system?
Yeah, you tell me. Who created the public school system?
It's ran by the government.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
What is the government heavily invested in? The school to prison pipelines. You worth more as a statistic than you are a graduating student. So you already know going to a public school in an area that's heavily populated by violence and crime, you already know the odds are 110% against you. The obstacles that you are facing, the hurdles that you're jumping over on a daily basis are already 10 times harder than somebody who is in Brownstown. You know what I'm saying? Or in New Boston. Because we can't even say that in Downriver. They receiving the best education they supposed to receive either. You know what I'm saying?
All the public school systems are the same. It's all the same curriculum, man.
It's
Most
not
definitely.
the same.
You
It
don't
is
think
not
so?
the same.
It's not the same.
Absolutely.
It's not the
Brother,
same
I've lived in
curriculum.
Chicago. I lived in East LA. I've been to different schools, and it is not the same, bro. You know what I'm saying? What they were teaching me here about, Christopher Columbus and Martin Luther King, and then I'm out there and I'm learning about my own culture. I'm learning
Facts.
about Cesar Chavez, and I'm learning about, it's
very
very
bland here.
different, bro. The science, the social studies, the books, the context, all that is very different, bro.
Basic.
You know what I'm saying? And when you go to, suburb cities, why is it that their kids know how to concentrate and learn and build and be diligent, and us, we distracted by everything because we growing up fast as kids? How many of us grew up, we had to become adults at a young age? You know what I'm saying? We had to help take care of the house, had to help mom, had to help our siblings. You know what I'm saying? Like, education was the last thing from our mind. You know what I mean? And we were always taught, like, if we didn't have an education, we weren't ever going to be nothing. I dropped out of school in ninth grade. You know what I mean? Because I had to hit the block and help mom pay bills. You know what I'm saying? At 14, 15 years old.
See, that's the thing. Not education. They sprinkle a little history and some little lies, but for the most part, the school system trains you. And that's what he was just talking about. We don't get taught financial literacy. Yeah, we don't get taught financial literacy. That's what they need to be teaching. Remember back in the day, if you could go to school, they'd even have VOTAC. You can go get you a trade. They don't even got that. No, they don't even got that in the schools no more. They removed that. Like it's certain like it's certain stuff. Yeah, the teach you like
United States
entrepreneurship, credit,
Constitution.
financial literacy.
They don't teach you the
we
Constitution.
need to know that at a young
man.
age. That should be taught young. Yeah, like you said, you will move different if you know about, like, if you young and your parents know. I can't fault my mother either. She didn't know. Her mama didn't know. You don't know your credit good. I'm a child. I could piggyback off you. By the time I'm 18, my credit will be A1 already. Man, you moving through life with good credit, man. And you first starting off with no financial literacy. Yeah, man, that's a big leap. You think that show they had when they had all the kids lined up? And the coach was out there on the field, and he was like, okay, everybody got a perfect start, all nationality. He had them all lined up. He said, okay, how many of y'all grew up with a single household with just your mother? All right, y'all stay back. And the other kids got to move forward. He had two parents. And he did that, man. By the time he got to the front, man, that shit deep, man. You get a chance to check it out, Neo, for real. But it was crazy, though. Yeah, it was crazy, though. Like, man, like, all them obstacles, they got left back, and them kids that it was like how he broke it down, like man, it was deep. That was, you know what I'm talking about. You see
Everybody got the same race, but nobody has the same.
Yeah.
How many of you guys were raised with both your parents?
My pops was in prison.
So nobody got raised with both their parents. We was all raised by single parents, and probably mostly our moms, right?
I saw my mom had men in and out, like, throughout my 27 years of life. My mom had men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna say she had a bunch of men in and out the crib, but she had cycles of trauma that she put herself through. You know what I'm saying? My pops was my grandma's best friend. That's how my mom met my pops. My pops was he was a gangbanging drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? Handsome man. So my mom was attracted to that. She left my pops because of that, and then she had a kid with him, and then she fell in love with another man that was following that cycle on a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? And then we went out the country, lived in Puerto Rico, and it was still that trauma that whole time. And then I experienced domestic violence against my mother, you know what I'm saying, in which firearms play to play. And I experienced that at the age of 13, in which made me feel like I had to get into the streets and become. And so that at that point in time, that's the point where I was 110% raised by a single mother, and I just kept seeing a cycle of just piece of shit men coming in and out the crib,
Carolina, what are some of the obstacles that you face raising boys?
It's kind of hard. I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah, I mean, how do you replace? How do you replace? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
what do you teach them? How do you deal with it?
So I never actually had a father figure, and my mom never had a guy figure or a boyfriend or nothing in life. So it's kind of been hard. But just from growing up and seeing, I first of all, I try to teach them with manners, that they have manners towards, every female. That, then guns and violence, that they don't grow up with that anger issues. I don't know, like, I try to talk to them and just give them a little bit of everything. But sometimes I think about, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing it right? Since, I never had that father figure.
Yeah. But even when the boy's going through puberty, or, I'm sure they come to you like, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to think? How am I supposed to feel? Like, how do you help them manage their thoughts, their feelings, their desires, and then even going through puberty and stuff like that? Like, how do you do it?
Actually, so my younger son's father that was murdered was talking to my sons about that before he was murdered. Now I try to talk to my 17-year-old because he's my 19 and my 20-year-old is the one. They're at home. They ain't got no girlfriend. They don't want to talk to me about nothing. My 17-year-old, he works all the time. He goes to school, and I know he has a girlfriend. And I try to talk to him about his girlfriend, but he's like, "Ma, she's just my friend, And I think they're kind of shy or embarrassed to open up to me. So I'm still on that road thinking about what I should do.
But do you ask them questions?
I do, like protection. You got, you gotta use protection. I don't want to be a grandma yet. Do you want me to buy you some? You want me to take you No, Ma. What are you talking about? I don't have a girlfriend. No. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of hard to get them. Like, I felt like they kind of closed up a little bit after his murder, and now when I do try to talk to them, it's kind of hard to. They don't want to open up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
E, how old is your son? E?
6.
6 years old. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
it'll be 7 December 31st, New Year's Eve.
So what are some of the things that you want your son to know? What path are you sending your son on?
I want him to be a responsible young man. I ain't trying to teach him to be in gangs or try to grow up too fast, be cool.
So let me ask you this though, because I grew up with people telling me not to do this, not to do that, but they be doing the shit that they telling me not to do. You know what I'm saying? So not only in words, but in deeds and in actions. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't smoke around them or nothing like that.
Okay, that's good. That's good. You know what I'm saying?
When I got him, I cut the outside world off. It'd be all about him.
Wow, that's dope, man. You a hell of a guy for that, man. For sure, man. Definitely.
Weekends, whatever. If I got him, I ain't drinking. I ain't doing none of that.
Chad, I know we've talked about you and you building your relationship with your son. I know that, it's been up and down. You know what I'm saying? How do you manage? Like, how do you,
Honestly, I don't think I'm doing the greatest job. I could probably be doing a lot better. It's just, honestly, on top of being a father, because I didn't have that father figure for real either. My dad took off. I think I was like a year or two old. He took off, went down south, and started a whole nother family. Kind of just left me and my mom. So, not really knowing how to be a father. Like, I never really had like a real role model. Like, I had father figures that I thought were father figures. They led me down the wrong path. They wasn't. Nobody really sat me down and told me what I really needed to do until I actually did go to prison. And then I have met Eladio's one of the brothers that used to talk sense into me and stuff. But there's a few old heads I got the opportunity to meet that kind of sat me down and made me open up my eyes to not only what's going on around me, but what's going on within me too. So that definitely was a game changer for me. But at the same time, man, it's like I'm still learning how to really just be a functioning civilian out here, you know?
Yes,
like,
yes, sir.
Learn how to pay bills and manage money and do all this on top of, you know what I'm saying, being able to spend time with your family, because we're so locked into a 9 to 5 and side jobs and side hustles and stuff. It's like we were talking about the other day. It's like we paying we're paying for all these bills, and half the bills we pay for, we don't even have the time to enjoy our house or enjoy our, you know what I'm saying, our
I
car
know
for
so
it.
many people, bro. They come down here, they
crazy.
see my studio, they see it's decked out, and they're like, "Damn, I bet you have people over here all the time." I'm like, "Bro, the only time I'm down here is when I'm doing my podcast, and this bitch is laid out. It's made for company. This bitch look like a little light club or something. You know what I'm saying? It's decked out, but it's like I'm always busy grinding." And it was crazy because when I was in prison, I had already noticed how society was operating and functioning, because every time I talk to somebody, I'm at work. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, when do you ever have time for your family? When do you have time to even enjoy the house that you pay rent for? Or,
that's
things
another
like
part.
that.
That's another big part of healing, though, man. Is we do have to continue to work in order to, you know what I'm saying, provide for our families and pay the bills and everything. But taking that time to ourselves is so critical, man. It's detrimental to your mental health, man. It's detrimental because you have to be able to balance it, and us constantly running, and you never taking a break or nothing, man.
I could take it. I could take it for a minute. You know why? I did. That's why I tell people, when you was in prison, that's the most time you gonna have that you was gonna have to yourself. So I already knew it was gonna be, like you said. I already knew how the world was gonna run. You was gonna be on go. You gotta do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do. But
it's about what you doing.
Yeah. But for real though, when you was incarcerated, that was the most time that you actually gonna have to yourself, especially segregation. You in there, you like, that's a lot, like them, that's self time right there, like a lot.
Yeah, because you know, when you get home, bro, and that's why a lot of guys are beating down the doors to get back in prison, because they don't know how to be responsible. You got to deal with your kids, whether it's 1 kid, 3 kids, or 5 kids, and then you got the baby mama, and then you got to go to work, and you got to deal with supervisors and coworkers, and a lot of people don't have the mental capacity to learn how to tolerate or communicate or be patient or be humble. You know what I'm saying? And life is hectic, bro. It's hectic. I swear, I feel like I work 10 days a week, bro, and I still feel like I'm always either still behind or breaking even, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, it gets frustrating, but nothing makes me want to go rob somebody. Nothing makes me want to go break into something. Nothing makes me want to go, start, copping bricks again and pushing shit in the block. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I never believed in prospering at the expense of others. You know what I'm saying? Like now I'm just like, I know what I can do. I know what I'm capable of. I'm intelligent. I'm a hard worker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can get the things that I want with what I have. You know what I mean? Where a lot of people don't think like that. You know, a lot of people get frustrated. A lot of people, they can't, they behind in rent, or, they car broke down and they don't have the money. So what they going to do? They're going to go hit the block, or they're going to go rob somebody, going to stick somebody up and then take a risk of being back in prison. And then your baby mama and your kids can't even rely on you because they don't know how long you're going to last.
A lot of people locked up in a cell but free. Sit on that real quick for a second. They locked up in a cell but free. That's what this generation is suffering. That's what people my age been suffering for the past 10 years since we graduated 2013, 2012, while y'all was in prison. You know what I'm saying? In them actual bars, for the past 10 years, we've been putting ourselves in a cell, but been having our freedom. And we did it to ourselves because we don't know how to seek for help. We don't know how to talk to the person next to him. We ashamed of having emotions and feelings. You know what I'm saying?
We imprison ourselves in our minds, man.
Yeah. Mental prison.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, I did everything I was supposed to do. Where do I go from here?
Still stuck. Working every single day. The wheel turning, but you're still stuck.
I can relate to this, and sometimes it's like we might have a idea of what we want to do with our life, but sometimes it's like the logistics of it. Like, all right, well, these are the steps I gotta take. Like, sometimes we have trouble taking those steps.
Without red, you can't do it because you ain't got the blue part.
It's what it is prioritizing, bro.
Most definitely.
Prioritizing. Once you make your list of priorities of what's important to you, whatever doesn't line up with that,
Gotta go.
People need to have these conversations.
It's got to go, because if it's not conducive to what I'm trying to accomplish, whether it's a people, a person, a thing, a place, whatever it may be, it's got to go. I got to switch the direction. I got to cut you off. I got to cut
sacrifice.
ties. I got to love you from a distance. I got to stop going here. I got to stop doing this. I got to start doing this. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, bro, I mean, you just really setting yourself up for failure. You know?
No, for real. That's another thing, man. That's really kind of been hitting me hard lately over the last few months, man. Is like the friendships, the even family and stuff, man. Like when you really start to heal yourself and you go and you do your inner work and stuff, like a lot of, like we were talking about, a lot of the homies and stuff like that, nobody's trying to hear you trying to change and try to do better. You know, there ain't nobody trying to hear that.
It's
and
cool.
they literally will distance themselves, or you start to distance yourself, whatever. But you see the people that will fall off when you start to do better and start to succeed and go to greater heights, man. The people that don't align with what you're doing are going to gradually just fall out of your life. Yeah. And it's going to be people that we really saw ourselves loving or caring about and thinking that they're going to be there the rest of our lives, and that be the biggest one. You know what I'm saying? Those be the ones that we see are not going to be the ones that we're going to be continuing with. You know, like you said, we always going to love them from a distance, but like that should be hurting sometimes.
And then just being able to redefine what a man truly is. You know, growing up, the men I was the one around, they were womanizers. You know what I'm saying? They taught me, men make money, a man provides, a man got multiple women, how many fights you get into, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that type of stuff, like these are what manly things do, and it's not the case. You know what I'm saying? We still have to be, compassionate. We have to be loving. We have to be considerate. We have to negotiate. We have to meet them in the middle. You know what I'm saying? We got to be present. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't about dominant brute strength and numbers. That's not going to get it no more. It's about intellect, man. You know what I'm saying? It's about being conscious. That's what's going to get you through it. Being a critical thinker. Because all that brute strength, all that dominance, how many people I can kill, how many people I can fight, how much money I make, how much coke I can snort. That shit does not make you a man. I can drink a whole case of beer right now. We'll use a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? But, we just have to redefine it. Huh?
Cabeza de pipi.
This guy's something else. I knew it. I was just waiting on it.
You said it first.
It was gonna come at some point, But my whole concept of this episode today, man, was to introduce my team, to the community. This is a citywide edition, El Nino podcast. So we are going everywhere. We're not just here in Southwest. This is where we're doing most of our work here, downriver, Melvindale, Lincoln Park, River Rouge, E-Course, and beyond. You know what I'm saying? But we building bridges with the east side, with the west side.
We doing this nationally.
Yeah, this brother just came.
We doing this nationally. I was just in Texas.
He's Mexico next year.
Yeah,
he out there.
we working.
He's building. He's obtaining knowledge. He's sharing knowledge and experience.
Building bridges. This work being done in other areas of the country, and it's working.
Absolutely.
It's work being done.
So if you see us in the neighborhood, we are not the police.
No.
But yes, we do have rapports with them because somebody got to mediate between law enforcement and the community.
We
you know
got
what I'm
y'all.
saying?
Y'all don't have to talk to him, man. We'll talk to him.
We are not here to solve no crimes. We ain't here to investigate none of that. Our intentions are to be present, to be able to support you guys, to show you some love, to show you some comfort, and show you a different way, and show you the change is possible, man.
Yes.
So anybody got anything they want to close out with? Any shout outs you want to do before I wrap this up?
I appreciate you, man. Shout out to D.H.D.C for giving us this opportunity. Ain't no doubt. We wanna. I wanna extend my appreciation on behalf of myself and my brothers and sisters because you hand selected us to be these credible messengers.
Absolutely.
And it's an honor. It's something that we got to carry with ourselves.
My dog, much love to you, bro.
Yeah, special shout out to my guy Eladio Nino. You feel me? Muchas gracias. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to D.H.D.C, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ray Dog. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? We rock, we rock. We love what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? She got a beautiful soul, man. Beautiful person, man. We love what she's doing with the community, man. And I'm just happy to be a part of this, y'all. Shout out to my dog Lex, y'all. We just with Lex. Hey, shout out on them ribs too, Lex. I'll be look. That's off the record though, but yeah, that's another.
Shout out to Coco, Rose,
shout out to Coco,
Jesse Ontiveros,
from the Yak, everybody, yeah.
E, come on with it.
Shout out to my little sisters, man.
That's right.
Yeah, one's in Kelly. She graduated college, everything. She's doing her thing out there.
Man, big shout out to everybody who's graduating.
Yeah,
man.
shout out to y'all, man.
yeah.
2024
never
is
seen it
yours.
like it is before, man. I'm so proud of you guys. It's so inspirational, so powerful, man. I'm proud of all you guys, man, for real.
Do something with that degree. Don't waste that piece of paper. A lot of people lacking that, and they can't succeed without that. You got the key.
Shout out to you, Eladio. Thank you.
That's right. Thank
And
you.
the team. And D.
Yeah. Shout out to yourselves, man.
Yup.
Yeah, definitely first shout out, biggest shout out to Eladio, man. Without you, none of this would have been going on, man.
Thank you,
So
brother.
definitely
Much love.
appreciate it. Shout out to D.H.D.C, Lex and everybody. Coco, what up? Yeah. Everybody else, family and friends, man, that's still supporting me, man. I love y'all.
Like I said, man, when you see us at the community, we're going to come to the vigil lightings. We're going to the funerals. We're going to the hospitals. We support in any way that we can. If you lost somebody, you want to have a Passover, you know what I'm saying? We're offering our space at the D.H.D.C at 1211 Trumbull. It's a safe, neutral area, you know what I'm saying, to be able to show support to our community. So if you see us, just know that we here. We got our arms open. Our hearts and our minds are open. We have the best intentions, man. Again, June 28th, we'll be having an expungement fair at Ecorse High School. As long as your case is in Michigan, you qualify, you can come through and give yourself an opportunity for a second chance. You know, a friend of mine, he just came, showed me his paperwork. They just cleared all his records. Now he's going to get a gun legally. You know what I'm saying? And just not only that, just not having that baggage on you no more, clearing
Change
your
is
name up.
possible.
Because a lot of times we ain't defined by the crimes that we did 20 and 30 years ago. You know what I mean? So also we're working on a road to restoration. We got Coco, our director. She's working on that right now. You know, we got our tattoo removal program. We got our Inception. I mean, we got a whole lot going on, man. Come see us,
Clothing
1211
closet.
Trumbull. You can ask for any of us. We gonna definitely get to you, man. We love you guys, and we'll see you all soon. Everybody be safe, man. I know it's hot, so stay cool and stay cold, baby.
Stay